California are calling for a nationwide labor strike. Coming up, we're going to tell you when they want it to start and for how long they're saying it'll last. That's next.
Good morning. I'm Eric Spillman in for Frank Buckley. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass says progress is being made in the effort to reduce the city's homeless population. The new data just ahead.
Good morning. I'm Jessica Holmes. U.S. Supreme Court clears the way for the Trump administration to make drastic changes at the U.S. Department of Education. We'll explain.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning. I'm Melvin Roberts. The Emmy nominations are in. Scott's TV Mance, we're calling him this morning, is going to break down the hits, the misses, the snubs. Plus, we have the cast of Adolescents, the Emmy-nominated cast of Adolescents, live sharing their reaction to this amazing news this morning. And he's a little bit reggae, he's a little bit country. We got Myoli, who's performing live. We'll see y'all in just a little bit.
All right, good morning, everybody. At 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, halfway through the month of July. Sun is busting out at LAX, but it's still overcast in other areas, and it's going to take a while to clear out. Coastal, mostly sunny, 71. Downtown Los Angeles, 78. San Fernando Valley up to 86 degrees. 97 in the high desert. Inland Empire, 92 in Orange County. Inland, 79 degrees. Eric, back to you.
Mark, thank you. Advocates for farm workers are standing up for undocumented immigrants. They're planning a national walkout demanding an end to the ongoing ICE raids here in Southern California. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos is live in Hollywood with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hi, Eric. Good morning to you. Yeah, that's right. Some farm workers now calling for that nationwide labor strike. They say they're planning on walking off the job starting tomorrow, and it's going to last for the next full 3 days. They are calling this their strike for dignity, hoping it'll show how much they matter to the U.S. economy.
When you pick up a strawberry, a tomato, or grapes, you're holding it in your hands from the sweat, the struggle, and story of a farm worker. More than likely an undocumented, exploited farm worker. We are not machines. We are not criminals. We are the backbone of our food system. And we are tired of being treated as disposable.
This call to action follows last week's massive immigration raid at one of the largest licensed cannabis farms in the state, with warehouses in Camarillo and Carpinteria. Last Thursday, it became the center of one of the largest raids, leading to violent clashes between protesters and law enforcement. One farm worker, Jaime Alanis Garcia, died after falling from the roof of a building and breaking his neck. His family says he was trying to get away from federal agents, while DHS says they were never chasing him.
Ayuda, por favor, no somos criminales, venimos a trabajar en este país.
This is video from that raid last week at a greenhouse in Carpinteria. One woman taking out her phone and live recording while being detained. Heard asking for help, saying, please, we're not criminals. We've just come to work in this country. ICE detaining more than 300 undocumented immigrants during those raids last Thursday. They say including some with violent criminal backgrounds. And they report at least 14 children were rescued from potential exploitation.
This marijuana plantation is a clear-cut example of labor trafficking and child trafficking, which are heinous crimes. Additionally, I don't know of anybody except the governor of California who would argue that a marijuana plantation is an essential component of America's food supply chain.
Trump officials saying these raids are the new normal, vowing to aggressively ramp up deportations thanks to $150 billion in additional funding from Trump's recently passed signature spending bill. But some farm workers were hearing speaking out yesterday, describing some of their working conditions. Take a listen.
The conditions that they have to go through to pick the fruits and the vegetables in the fields, now they have to have that fear over their head every day. Whether them or a loved one or somebody that they're working with right next to them is gonna be another face of another person that loses their life. This has to stop. And this is why everybody all across society has to stand with these farm workers and call for people to stand up.
And this morning, we are hearing from the union who represents thousands of farm workers in our state, saying in part, quote, the United Farm Workers is not involved with calls for farm worker strikes originating on social media. The UFW always supports workers deciding to take action, but we are not engaged in this effort, and we're not aware of these posts before they went up. So that is coming from the union representing at least 7,000 farm workers who work here in California. But as far as those farm workers...
And as we had to interrupt because of breaking news, there's a pursuit underway in the Van Nuys area. Rich Prickett is overhead in Sky 5 HD. Rich, good morning.